Hey everybody, I'm Scott Oots, and today we're going to talk about returned mail. Oh. So as we talk about marketing, it just keeps coming. Jesus. Let's talk about the downside of mailing postcards. Oh my gosh. You get so much return mail with these little stickers on there. This one here. Return to sender, not deliverable as addressed. Return to sender, not deliverable as addressed. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these things. Attempted, not known, unable to forward. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Not deliverable as addressed, not deliverable as addressed. I mean, this is nuts. So as you start mailing, you're gonna become very familiar with all of this. And all of this mail that comes back every single week. But here's the thing. It's not even just this much that comes back every single week. This is a small portion of it. We have boxes and boxes of this stuff. Look, it's all over the place. We send out probably around 60,000 postcards a week. I mean, look at this. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. Look at it. I mean, there's no end to this. Oh, but we got a Fall Fest over here at Crossroads Church. You can RSVP now to this. So, but you get all this back. You get these are the ones I love. United States Postal Service. We care. We care so much that we rip the shit out of your postcard. But we care, so we thought we'd put this into a plastic envelope and send it back to you. So I asked Cody to back up just so you could see how much this actually is. I mean, there's more on the ground. It's all over the place. This is a lot. I mean, a lot. Well, the downside of return mail. Or is it? So, all right. Did you get the downside of the return mail, or is it? Or do I need to do that again?
You said, or is it? And then I said pause.
Okay. Most people take these when they get returned, wrinkle them up, toss them away, and they just keep going with every single one of them. They just take them, wrinkle them up, garbage can. Cody, could you actually get that back? Because that's gold. Thanks. Appreciate that. So don't want these to get thrown away. So here's the thing. This is gold. Most investors, when they get this back, they throw it away. Gone, 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 gone. People like us, we're gonna find this homeowner. We're gonna find this person because for some reason, this wasn't deliverable as addressed. Most investors are gonna stop right there. They've reached it. Now they're gonna market to a new list. They said, this person's not available. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna actually take these. Let me throw a quick plug in there, and I'm throwing this plug in because I truly love this company. But my guy, Todd Swaggerty over at Yellow Letters HQ. So Todd does all of our mail. This is Todd's fault. All this stuff is Todd's fault. So he mails all this shit out for me, and we get it back with these stickers on it. And for the longest time, I said to Todd, what do I do with this stuff, man? I mean, I'm literally throwing away trees every single week when I get this mail back. So Todd, being the go-getter he is, he decided to start a returned mail area. So on his website, really simple, we have a scanner, and this comes back in, you scan the postcard, and it makes a list. When you scan it, it automatically throws the address in there, where it was being sent to, and it goes on a list. So scan, 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 scan. You get the point. Now here's the problem. Well, if I could pay 10 grand for a machine that literally scanned all this for me so I didn't have to have someone do it, that'd be nice. It is very time consuming. So let me tell you a little trick of what we just did. Mike's got a son. I actually said, hey, he's not going to school full time right now. What's he doing? And we set up a computer in the office. He comes in just like 1 hour a week, just sits there and absolutely loves scanning these postcards. The cool thing is we're giving him a little money to go buy his Nerf guns or pool toys or something like that, but he also really enjoys it. So he sits there and scans and scans and scans. Now, you say, where does this go? So he scans these things in, they go on spreadsheets held in Yellow Letters HQ's database. Now you can take this, skip trace these, and try to find a new address. Now let's just say I found a new address for 10% of these people. So let's see, this is a pretty big stack here. So let's see, carry the 1. Let's call that about 10%. So now I've got 10% of these people. Well, if I could hold them up here for a second. All right, let's do this. Let's start from scratch. All right, now we got 10%. Those ones there we didn't find anything on, so they're gone. So we went from those postcards, and now we've got this list. So this is now in a nice little spreadsheet, and you've got new addresses for these people. Keep in mind, your competitors just trashed all that, and they're not doing anything further with it. These leads are dead to them. They're not doing anything. So now, let's say you got 100 competitors, and let's say 90 of those competitors give up with everything on the floor. Let's say 10 of you guys move forward with this, finding the new addresses for these people. All right, so now you just knocked your competition from 100 down to 10. You just gotta be better than 10 people. That's not that difficult. So now you choose, what am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna mail these people again? Pretty small list, it's actually not that bad. Am I maybe gonna send them a nicer mail piece? Maybe I'm gonna send them a letter instead of a crappy little postcard. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and drop these into cold calling and have my cold call team try it. Maybe we're gonna text these people because we've already skip traced them. We have their phone numbers, we have their address, we have all this information to be able to market to these people. Now, let's be honest, some of them might have moved. So let's take this stack. All right, these ones sold their house. Those are gone. Let's go a couple more. All right, so now you got these ones left. These properties are either vacant. Let's say these ones here are vacant. Let's say these ones here are currently rented out. These ones here are unknown. So now you've got vacant properties. You send a nice little letter to these people. You market through them through text, and you get in touch with them. Let's say out of this, you lock up, let's go 3. Let's say you locked up 3 properties. So these 3 have now become contracts. Okay? These ones here you're still going to continue to market to. So they're not dead. They're just continually been marketing. You can take a few out for remove me from your list. All right? Let's get a couple of those out of there because you know those people are there. All right, now let's go to the next ones. These ones here have tenants in the properties. Now, let's say some of these people put tenants in the properties because they had to move. You never know anyone's situation until you talk to them. This guy had to move for work, right? So let's just say you start marketing to them. Let's just say you lock up 2, okay? All right, so then you've got, hey, I want to keep this property. Get me off your list or I'm going to find you. Gone. All right, you got a few left here. So you still got these ones you're marketing to. And these ones here that are more of the unknowns. You have a little trouble getting in touch with some of them. Get me off your lists. All right, they're gone. All right. So now you're left with this many here. Let's say you lock up, let's just go with measly 1 contract. You lock 1 up out of this. All right. So you've got these ones here you're continuing to market to. These ones that were the vacant houses you're continuing to market to. And the ones that are rented you're continuing to market to. So these ones here, you could potentially get another deal from down the road, right? See how the list is getting smaller. Now let's look at this. You've got 2, 3 more, so you got 5. Carry the 1, 6 contracts. 6 contracts off this. Now, if your average spread on a wholesale deal, let's say it's 10K, right? So 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000. Right there. 60 grand for doing something very simple that your competitors just aren't doing. So you just took your business to the next level and got $60,000. Now, if this was cash, you could just, well, that didn't work, but you get the point. So you take it and you are creating $60,000 off something that would have been down here on the floor, something you completely threw away. And you've still got all of these ones. So with the 60 grand, you've paid for all the marketing you've done. You brought in 60 grand, and let's be honest, I hope your spreads are higher than the 10,000. If those were our deals, they would be average of about $50,000 a piece. So if we were taking that over 6 contracts, you're looking at 300,000 bucks for doing, that's right? Carry the one, 300,000 bucks. $300,000 for doing something that most people just wouldn't do, where we knocked out the competition. So then you're taking these and continue to market. It might be a year down the road, you got another 50,000 you lock up, right? You continue to follow up through auto follow-up and another one, and you got a few more that say, get me off your list, a few more bad addresses you can't find, and now you're left with this stack. These people might stay on auto follow-up for 5 years, 6 years. What does it hurt? If they haven't said to remove them from the list, they're still eligible to sell. Then eventually, you might find that a couple years down the road, they're ready. You got a few more contracts out of this. Most people look at mailing and any type of marketing, like if you don't hear back from the customer, that you're done and you're never going to get anything from it, right? But that's not necessarily true. This business is all about nurturing. If you nurture your list, you continue to market to your list, you're going to see a good return from it. But consistency, that is the one thing that I've found that most newer investors and even some experienced investors lack. If you don't stick with what it is that you're doing and you don't try to be consistent in your marketing, for instance, let's try something else. You send a mail piece to someone. You send this mail piece on day 1. You don't get a response, right? Okay, so what you do? You never market to them again? You laugh, but it's true. That's what most investors are doing. They're never marketing to them again. But here's what I'm doing. Let's say this is my list. 30 days later, 30 days later, 30 days later, 30 days later, and 30 days later. It's actually amazing I had 6 in my hand because that's what I was going for. But I'm going to mail these people every 30 days. Now you say, okay, that's expensive. Okay, every 45 days. Every 60 days. But see what it is? You're consistent. So as you're building your marketing and you're creating a budget for marketing, look at it and say, if I have this list, I need to mail this list 4 to 6 times on a set time frame. I do mine 30 days, but maybe you do it 45. So you have a set time frame and you make sure you have the budget that you can mail this list 6 times in a row. Every time you mail it, you're going to get people that call in and say, hey, get me off your list. Don't ever call me again. Now, I know a lot of investors that say, oh, well, we're still going to continue to market to them. I don't. That's money. So I create a list and we remove it every time we drop it to the mail house saying, hey, this person goes, this person goes. If you take 50 to 100 people off your list every time, your list gets cheaper every time you mail it. So now I've got my 6 times I'm mailing this list, and you might find the first time you mail this list, the first day the mail hits, what you're typically going to find is more of the people that are bored at home, typically older people, that literally woke up in the morning and said, oh man, whew, mail comes today at 1 o'clock. I cannot wait to see who has the audacity to send me a postcard. And that person's literally got their phone ready to go. They got their cranberry juice next to them. They're ready to call you and literally give you a piece of their mind. Now, in this day and age, we call that Karens, right? But if your name's Karen, I apologize. But just a quick little nickname. So, boom, these postcards hit, 1 o'clock, literally 1:02, your phone starts ringing. Oh, how dare you? How dare you send me this postcard? Who the fuck do you think you are? I can't believe you would sink so low to think that I would sell my house to you. Why? Why would you do this? I get these postcards from you all the time. Every single week I get these postcards from you, and I am so sick of it. I'm gonna report you to the Better Business Bureau. I'm gonna leave a review on that Google thingy, and I am going to literally just attack you from all angles, all right? Don't you dare! All right, so now you're done getting that call from Karen.
You sound like you've had some experience.
A few. We could probably play a couple of the calls. So now she's done calling you. You get a few more of those. And then a day later, you start getting, hey, I got a postcard from you guys. And I was just curious, how much you're going to offer. Can't believe you had the audacity. Hey, I got a postcard from you guys. And I was just curious how much. I can't believe you had the audacity. Hey, I got a postcard from you. Which one do we want, right? So you're always going to have those people that call you, and that's fine. Just be nice to those people, apologize, and offer to get them off the list. But here's the thing. Let them know, hey, we do drop our mail in advance because we drop our mail to our mail house a few weeks ahead of time. If you get one more from us, just throw it away. We're getting you off this list. It's usually just a little bit delayed. And they'll usually go, well, oh, okay, fine. Now, they will call you when they get the next postcard, so do everything you can to not have that one go to them. Because here's the thing. When people ask to be removed from your mailing list, there's a lot of reasons to get them off that list. Number one, it saves you money. As these people call you, you're not mailing to these people again. So it's saving you the cost of actually sending the postcard. More importantly to me, let's say Karen here said, get me off your list, and I swear to God, if you send me this again, and this person actually wants to sell the house to you. But the thing is, because you didn't remove this person from your list, next time they call and yell at you for 30 minutes, and guess what? Now you missed this call, right? So not just saving money with mailing, the importance of getting them off the list is so they don't call you again. I would rather have 5 calls a week that actually want to sell their house and become deals versus 100 calls a week, right? I'd rather get rid of the people that don't want to sell and want to yell at us and want to threaten the people that answer the phones for me. I want to get them out of the way so I can get in the people that actually want to sell their house to me. So it seems so simple, right? Now, my poor phone girls, they take some heat from sellers, and well, I say sellers, but people that just are angry they got them marketing. Now, everyone's life is different. I don't know what that person's going through. We're never going to argue back with that person. It's going to be, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'd like to get you removed from our mailing list. And here's the thing. You say, what's the address we mailed to? Now, in most cases, you find you can't get them removed from the list because I'm not providing you my address. That's what you're going to get back from a lot of these people. Well, ma'am, to remove you, I need to get the address so I can put that on our do not mail list. I'm not providing that. Okay, well, you're still going to continue to get postcards from us unless I can get you removed. Now, you got a 50-50 chance they're actually going to provide that address, and you got a 50-50 chance they're actually going to call you back next time if you can't get them off the list. So get those people out of the way so you can get to the people that actually want to sell. And here's the thing. Don't get discouraged when you get a lot of those very angry calls in, because the angry calls are the first ones that come in. Those are the people waiting for the mailman. Those are the people, I don't even know if we can say mailman anymore, mailman, mailwoman, mail person. It's important to get those people out of the way. You get them out of the way so you can focus your time on the people that are actually going to sell you their house and actually going to create income for your business. Very simple and very easy. Separate yourself from the competition. Never yell at a seller. Stay calm. They could be yelling at you and you're still going to be the nicest person in the world. So when that person hangs up, they're going to say, man, I actually went a little overboard. Now, let me tell you a quick story. All right, so there's a guy that called into us. He talked to one of my virtual assistants who answer the phone, sweet girls. And he called in and man, he was cussing at them and screaming at them. And he was saying very, very threatening words, but to a sexual nature. Now, I take care of my team. I respect my team, and my team works very hard for me. So it's not very often I'm going to call someone that calls into us. But I said, you know what? This guy here is worth a phone call from me, letting him know that that's sexual harassment, and it's not going to happen. So here's the funny part. I got his phone number. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to give him a call. And I just called and said, someone picked up the phone. It was a woman. I said, hey, it's Scott with SJ Investments. I'm looking for, let's just call him Bob. When we asked who's calling. And I said, oh, is this Bob's wife? And she said, well, yes, it is. And I said, oh, man, I'm calling from SJO. You know, we sent you guys a postcard. I apologize for that. But I'm calling because your husband called into the company and was sexually harassing my female employees. And that's just not acceptable. And I said, I don't know your guys' relationship. I don't want to be involved in that. But, you know, I don't know from a wife's perspective how you feel about your husband sexually harassing another woman. I said, I can provide you the recording if you'd like. What? He did what? And you can hear him in the background. Just give me the phone. Just give me the phone. And you could tell she was pissed. And he got on the phone with me and he said, how dare you? And I said, no, I have a recorded call of you sexually harassing my employees. And I would like to send that to your wife. Do you mind sending over her information so I can go ahead and send that call so she can see what you just said to another woman? Click, hung up. Man, I felt so accomplished because there is no reason in this world to treat somebody else badly. If you don't like something, tell somebody you don't like it, but tell them respectfully. I mean, we're in a world right now where there's so much hate, and honestly, this stuff drives me absolutely crazy. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's an old thing someone said a long time ago, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated, but it's so true, and it stands true right now. So remember, if they call in and they're yelling at you, stay calm. Get them off the list. Reset yourself. Get yourself on the phone with someone that actually wants to sell their house. So this is direct mail. This is what return mail is like. And you got to understand that no matter what you do, more and more just keep coming. More keep coming, no matter what you do. Every week, you mail more and more come and more come and more come. And no matter what, you're still going to be drowning in this stuff. Sometimes you get other people's postcards mixed in with your stuff, which is actually pretty cool. So you can see what your competitors are sending. So as I'm continuing to drown myself in return mail, as I'm continuing to make money off of this return mail, check out my boy Todd Swaggerty over at Yellow Letters HQ. This is not an affiliate plug. I make nothing on sending you guys his way. I just think that you guys should go with someone for your mail that actually wants to do a good job for you. They're an honest company. I really hope this helped you guys out. I hope this helped you guys really see what you do with all of this return mail and how you utilize this as one of the best marketing channels. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will talk to you guys next time. See you later.